The future doesn't really exist. The future is just mental concept, right? Images, visual things, ideas, thoughts, right? But you can, these thoughts that you can label as, oh, this is the future, or oh, this is going to happen tomorrow, this is going to happen in a week or in a month. You can label them as, oh, this is in the future, but you are having it is just a thought. You are labeling a thought. Okay, the future doesn't actually exist, nor does the past exist. Right? When you think of the past, you have these memories, but a memory is just a thought. Right? It's just something that's going through your mind, but doesn't actually exist. The only thing that has ever existed and that exists and that will ever exist is the present moment. Always, 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 always. The future and the past are just mental concepts in your mind. Now, anxiety is when someone is worried about something that's going to happen in the future, right? Usually you don't have anxiety by what's going on in the present moment. Usually, right? You're chilling or whatever, you're doing your thing, but you're thinking about this, or you're thinking about that, or that this is gonna happen, or that tomorrow I've got to do this, right? And you get anxiety because of that, right? You get anxiety because of some thoughts. The realization, the true deep realization of the fact that there is no past or present, past or future, that the only thing that exists is the present moment. Once you truly realize that, like truly, 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 it eliminates anxiety, cures anxiety, because you're not going to be worried about something that's going to happen in the future, because you're literally, you'll realize that you're just sitting there self-tormenting yourself, right? And depression, usually, okay, I'm not talking about extreme cases or whatever, but usually depression is like an accumulation of things that have been happening for, days, weeks, months, years, and then you're in this like eternal depressed state, right? Because you're constantly thinking about things that have happened to you in the past. Usually what's in the past is in the past, no longer exists. Now you're in a new reality, right? You're living your life, you're doing your thing, but being in this depressed state because of what happened in the past could have been one thing, or could have been an accumulation of things. Again, you're self-tormenting yourself over something that doesn't exist. They're just thoughts, they're just memories, they're just little concepts, little pictures, little movies within your own mind. Take control of that. Realize that for what it is. They're just thoughts. So why would you be self-tormenting yourself over thoughts? Sounds ridiculous, right? So how do you get to the point where you have this mental control so that you completely eliminate, you cure, make it impossible for you to have anxiety or depression? Meditation. Meditation is like working out your mental muscle. The more meditation you do, the more mental control you'll have, and you won't be able to have Alzheimer's. Now, that's my opinion. It's not, clinically proven. But you can't really get Alzheimer's. You can't really get any of these like mental diseases, depression, anxiety, and all that stuff, because you're so self-aware. You're in so much mental control. Now, if you start to visualize and make affirmations and all that, there's the energy behind what you're doing and the intention behind what you're doing. And usually people will visualize and make affirmations and whatnot to create their future reality. And when you have that energy about it, it's going to make the process take longer. When you visualize, when you make your affirmations, when you're putting the energy into creating your realities, you don't want to do it with the energy, with the intention of, oh, in the future. Oh, I'm making it to be like that down the road or down the line, because all you're doing is pushing it away farther from you. You're making the journey take longer. To be able to enter that reality now, you need to enter that reality now. Hopefully that didn't just go over your head in one ear out the other. When you're creating your reality, when you're visualizing, when you're affirming, you want to do it like you're, like I know it's gonna sound weird, but like from the position of God. Like imagine if you were God and you were to sit down and create a reality. How would you do it? Well, You would sit down, close your eyes, meditative position, visualize, and affirm. You would explain to yourself what you're creating. Well, my reality is like this, it's like that, but it's all in the present moment. You know, when you're visualizing, when you're doing these affirmations, when you're putting in the energy to create your reality, you're literally doing it in the moment as if you were about to experience it, or you're experiencing it in the moment. You can even affirm what you're observing in your reality, like it's like that in the moment. Hopefully that makes sense. I hope I'm not sounding crazy or whatever, but you get to the point where you realize what I'm saying once you've been in this journey of learning all this stuff, right, for a minute now. If I would have heard this in the beginning 3 years ago, it would go over my head. I wouldn't quite grasp it. But as I've been practicing and applying it and realizing the power and whatnot, now I can realize that it's the more you put this stuff in the future, the more it's like, oh, down the line, the longer it's going to take. If you want to enter that reality now, you need to enter that reality now. When you're doing your day-to-day tasks, okay, cool, and at the end of the day or in the morning, whenever you go to sit down and meditate, or just put the energy into creating your reality, do it with the energy and with the intention of, like, as if you were God, and you're literally creating this reality out of thin air right now in the present moment. And you are about to experience it, and you are experiencing it in the present moment. Not even you are about to, because even that is creating a time gap. You see? You create your reality in the present moment as you are experiencing it in the present moment. Again, what I'm trying to get to is eliminate the concept of time. The more you believe in time, the longer it's going to take for your reality to shift. Why do you believe in time? You know, if you research who invented time, like there was like a consensus, or a group of people, or one person, or it was like decided, okay, cool, we're gonna go ahead and make it, 24 hours in a day, 12 hours, half a day, like a second is gonna last this long, a minute is gonna last, like that's a man-made concept. The days of the week are a man-made concept. Now, a year is one rotation around the sun, right? And the world, the earth rotates, and that's a day. So that is true, right? There's no denying that. Now, it's labeled as a day or as a year, right? But again, that's a man-made concept. That's someone else's idea that you have decided to believe in and apply in your life, right? Don't think that it's like, you can't take that as like truth. Wow, that sounds crazy. I just realized how crazy that sounds, but it's true. You can't deny that the Earth makes a rotation, and that makes the sun comes out in the morning and the moon comes out at night, right? Like, you can't sit there and deny that. You're delusional at that point. But time and the days of the month, days of the week, right? What is a week? A week is just 7 Earth rotations. Why is that special? Or a month, some days have 28, 29, 30, 31. Like, people decided this. These are ideas. Someone had the idea at some point. Oh, let's invent a month. Let's invent the concept of a month. Right? I don't know. These are just my thoughts. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I don't believe that it's this December, January. What is it? January 16th or something. I'm not telling you like I don't believe. It's ridiculous to say that, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you kind of want to forget about the concept of time when you are creating your reality. Yeah, I'm going to look at the time. It's not like I'm going to live my life and I'm going to be like, no, I don't believe in time. But somebody asks me, what time is it? I don't believe in that. No. It's not like that. For the purpose of creating a reality to make it the most efficient and smooth process possible, forget about the illusion of time. Days, months, years, forget about all that. Sure, the earth rotates. Sure, the spins on its axis and rotates around the sun for a year, right? But just forget about all that and only believe in the present moment. It'll just make your life better. And it'll make everything work out smoother, easier, faster. You won't be in that state where you're constantly, oh, I want this or I want that. You're in this state where you're constantly trying to manifest these things that you don't have. You'll find yourself in a state where you're like, wow, I'm satisfied. I'm good. Like, I don't need anything. I'm happy. Because you're living that reality now. Not later. It's not like you need this to be this way to feel that way. You feel that way now, and then that thing that you want that way will naturally fold out that way. And if you want to make that happen even faster, bring everything into the present moment. The intention behind your visualizations, the intention, the energy, the beliefs behind your affirmations, everything you're doing. Imagine you're God and you're affirming. You're sitting there affirming what you're observing in the reality that you are creating, that you created. You're just in that position of power, in that position of control. And you're literally creating like from the source. Life will be much better. It has definitely worked out very well for me. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.